part 2 of the Atlantic crossing, from the Canary Islands to Cape Verde, located off the northwest coast of Africa in the Atlantic Ocean. We've been absolutely flat out provisioning and getting last minute things, as the Canary Islands basically has everything you need and is the perfect place to prep for the crossing. We've stocked the boat up with every last remaining dollar to our name and prepped a bunch of meals to last us for the next 2 legs of our journey. And now, just like that, the day has arrived and it's go time. We'll be shadowing the Viking Rally for safety in numbers, and we have a nice light wind passage to come. Hopefully not too much motoring, however the wind will lighten up as we creep closer to Cape Verde. But just because we have a light wind passage, it doesn't mean it won't have its dramas. After all, we're sailing, and as you all know by now, boat life likes to keep you on your toes. Good morning. It is the day of leg 2 of the Atlantic crossing from the Canary Islands to Cape Verde. We're so sorry, we have been unbelievably slack with filming, but it's just been so stressful, like just trying to get everything done. We spent days provisioning all of our food, which I'll show you later, all under the floors, getting all of our last minute jobs done. We haven't even finished everything. We haven't even got our soft solar panel back up, which now is much needed because our generator's broken and it's not fixable this time without ordering a part. So unfortunately we're not going to have a generator, so hopefully we don't have too many troubles with power, because obviously the autopilot and the electronics start to chew it when you've got them on constantly. Anyway, I'm about to get up on the mast to add some spreader protection.
Yeah, girl, get it. Good stuff, darling.
Oh, look at that. It's a bit dodgy from here, actually. It's like we put socks on them. Put socks on the sand.
It's basically what it is. All right.
Look at me.
You look good. Are you here to impress, darling?
Everyone on the camera.
Oh.
We're off. We're leaving the dock. Jason is in a rush to get going, so we're going.
There's no point staying here and doing stuff while we can do it on the move.
Oh, it's more just that we're waiting for our friends.
We got 8 days. They'll join it. Look, they've already got their sails up. They're all good.
Is that them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright. Talk to you soon. And we're off. Even though this is the second leg of the Atlantic crossing, this one just feels a little different. We're certainly more calm and confident about the passage itself after completing leg 1 from Gibraltar to the Canary Islands. But this time, I feel like we're really leaving civilization as we know it for a while. We have no idea what to expect of Cape Verde or the Caribbean, but we certainly know it's going to be a little different to sailing in Europe. This passage we're going further south and slightly further west, which means further into the depths of the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, it looks... Hey, darling. What are you doing, hey? It looks super dark and gloomy out there. I hope that's not coming our way. It most likely is, but fingers crossed it just stagnates, just stays there. That would be pretty nice, and we just pass through it. What are you doing? Hey? What are you doing? Are you comfy? Hey?
After all this time, somehow she's noticed this thing moving.
Probably moving more than normal, that's why.
That's what I was just looking at. Oh, you're gonna hop on my lap now. Your spot's been stolen, Lulu. She's just trying to fight it. Lulu, hop out of there. Lulu, you're gonna fall overboard. Lulu. She's trying to get behind my jacket. You can't, it's... You can't go in there. Come on.
Conditions have come amazing now. We've got about 12 knots on a 120, 12 knots true wind. couldn't really ask for too much more than that. There is a few storm clouds around, as you can see, but it's really good to have a rally behind you. So the Viking rally is following us. Yeah, there's just heaps of boats around. It just feels really comfortable. We've got, so we're flying the cruising chute, 9 knots, and we are going 6.5, 6.6, 6.8, 7. Woo!
This boat here, whatever it is, kind of looks like a tugboat, was heading straight for our bow for ages, but they're not on AIS, so I couldn't call them on the VHF because I didn't even know what kind of boat it was. Anyway, probably like a nautical mile out, they ended up turning finally. I was starting to get stressed. Yeah, they're pretty damn close to us.
Right, it's just coming into night now. We seem to have this really dead patch of wind. Just everyone seemed to have caught up to us. We were smashing everyone at one stage. It's nice and peaceful out here at the moment. We've got about 6 to 7 knots. Still got the kite up, humming along nicely. The wind is supposed to pick up in the next maybe 3 hours. So we should get between that 10 and 15 knots downwind on a 120. So we should be hooking burgers then. Should be good. So set up.
Right, I managed to cook tonight. So we're having some chicken breasts and some leeks cooked in butter and garlic. Some steamed green beans and cauliflower and pumpkin mash. Pretty good passage meal if you ask me. Got a bit steamy in here. All the food was leftover veggies that we already had except for the chicken.
Good morning, honey.
Morning.
What's going on with your cat? What's going on with your pussy?
I don't know, that cat car must have made it crazy. Maybe you get like a come down off it and then they just go the opposite way. Wait, ow! He's on the bed.
She blends in with the blanket.
Oh, what the hell?
Did you give him a bean last night?
No, Lala stole it while I was trying to make dinner. She tipped him in the sink.
Ready? You ready? You get it. You get it. Rocky, so this is the current situation going on right now. We've got about 16 knots of wind. It's out of control. We've got the cruising chute up. Nah, we're going pretty sweetly, to be honest. Quite nice, isn't it, darling? Yeah. Well, I've made it a word now. We're actually on point to where we need to be heading. The wind is going to switch very soon. It's going to be right on the arse end, which we don't really want, so we don't really have the two head sails to go wing on wing with them. But I guess we can go wing on wing with the main and the cruising chute or the Genoa. Jumped out right in front of him.
What's that, Nala? What's that? Look! It's a dolphin! Oh, what is that? Good afternoon. We're just getting into the motion of things on the boat. Had the cruising chute up since yesterday. We motored out of Gran Canaria, and then we put it on for about an hour during the night, and that's it. We've been sailing the rest of the time. Sometimes quick, sometimes slow. We've still got our buddies sailing QI across from us. We lost them and then we found them again. Also got another boat just ahead of us, which we think is Alice in Wonderland, another couple of Aussies. So yeah, not doing too bad. I was so tired all last night and half of today. I just couldn't stop sleeping. So I don't know if it's either the 2 Studren that I took, because I've never taken 2 in one go. Maybe they made me drowsy. Or if it's just, it's all hit me, like once we've gotten going and been able to stop and relax for a little bit. So anyway, I'm feeling way more awake now. I've done my workout. I'm going to try and work out like every day on the crossing, get back into it, because I've been really slack. And it'll be good to pass the time by, I suppose. So that's the plan. But yeah, I can't complain. Had pretty nice conditions so far. Jason said he's doing his workout now. It's alright, I've already eaten like a block of chocolate, some lollies. We've had chicken burger for lunch. We had cereal for breakfast. That's not too bad, but then I think I ate other stuff. Oh, we had half a bagel each because we were still hungry. So yeah, lots of eating on this passage. Uh-oh. Don't let it pull you into the water.
You want to release
Alright, we got it down without any damage, we think. Went in the water, but do you want me to turn the motor on for a bit?
make sure there's no lines. Top. So the bottom, this line has just come off over time. You can see it's like starting to come off this one too.
Yeah.
Very, very bad news if the top came off. That would have been fun to sort out.
That would have been straight in the water, eh?
Yeah, that would have been, yeah, straight under the boat. Oh well, we got it sorted.
Yeah.
That's an easy fix.
Yeah. So I managed to get the cruising chute in with no major dramas. It was actually quite easy. Jason was able to just ravel it in. Some of it went in the water and it did get a little bit wet. And the wind had actually just picked up to about 17, 18 knots. So we decided not to try and get it back up after we fixed it. We just popped the head sail back out with a pole, as you can see, and just packed away the cruising chute. And what we've done is, so what had happened is the really skinny line that was holding the cruising chute to the furler had frayed in a few spots and snapped. And on the other end, it's also starting to do the same thing. So we have 2 soft shackles that Jason has attached to that area instead. So yeah, we'll get it up hopefully tomorrow when we have some nice light wind, because it's not furled up at the moment. It's all just loose in the bag. Yeah, make sure it's all dry and everything, and then it's working okay. And we'll definitely be making some more soft shackles when we're in Cape Verde, because our friend Brent actually made those for us, quite big ones, and we've been meaning to make some more, so we've got some spare, but we just completely forgot about it. So that's definitely our kick up the bum to make some new ones. It's funny, I actually just mentioned it like an hour before this happened as well. I'm like, I put it on the list because I randomly remembered. So yeah, maybe we'll have a couple of drinks one day and just make a few. Sun is just setting. We can see Brent and Vic on QI over there where the sunset is. A couple of other boats in the distance. So we're still tagging along with some others, which is nice. And we are perfectly on course just with the head sail out. Running downwind at the moment. We've got about 16 to 18 knots of wind. We're doing about 5.5 knots, so not too bad. Got lasagna defrosting for dinner, and Jason's having a nap.
Right, Titan's been a good pole up.
Right, we are attempting to get the cruising chute up. Wish us luck, it is all just scrunched up in the bag, so we've got about 10 to 13 knots of wind, so fingers crossed it's not too much and doesn't end up being a disaster. Just got this cruising chute up. Now we've had trouble because it was twisted, so then we had to pull it down. Now we thought we fixed it, got it back up again, and it's still twisted. So it's like the thing at the top's not turning enough. Oh, but far out, I'm so tired. It's exhausting. We're just sleep deprived, like trying to pull lines and do heaps of winching because we've had to pull it down like 2 or 3 times now. I'm just exhausted. Sleep deprivation is getting to me.
We did it! Finally got it up. After 3 attempts it took us. It just kept twisting. But Janae came to the rescue, she figured it out, and voila.
Right, the wind has switched at 6 PM. Taking the cruising chute down. Didn't wrap properly, but we got it down okay. Now Jason's just getting the pole up so we can get the head sail up. I think wing on wing. That beautiful sunset. Once we get this done, I'll heat up our dinner. What's just happened?
We've just tapped our pole for the second time.
Literally 2 days after getting it.
This is the most stupidest design ever. So I made sure it was on this side, and obviously when we started
Probably with the swell.
reefing the sail, pulling the sail out, it's come back to this side, and we've tried to pull it too hard.
It's forced it.
Yeah.
Man, that sucks so bad. What is all over my face? Just bought it 2 days ago. We've been looking for that piece for so long. We finally found it. And we thought €100 is pretty good because it's going to cost a couple hundred online. Anyway, we didn't have enough money to buy a spare, so we just got the one, and now it's bloody broken again. And we've still got to cross the Atlantic. There's no way we're finding that in Cape Verde. Anyway, I guess we've gone 2 years without it. Jason's on a little jury rig, so we're doing the same thing. Jason's got a tuna. I thought he was going to have to reel for ages, but he's already got it in. Don't fall off. Rising, but it's behind the clouds. Jason stayed out here from about all night until 5:30 this morning. Anyway, just baked a loaf of sourdough for the first time in a few months. Doesn't look too great. I haven't cut it open yet, but it looks pretty flat. Hopefully it's still yummy. And we had a boat last night, a sailing boat. Luckily, who had AIS, because we don't actually have an AIS transponder, only a receiver. So we can see boats, but they can't see us on their AIS. We watched it for a while, and then it was getting closer and closer, and then it got to 1.5 nautical miles out. We saw it in the daytime, so we knew it was a sailing boat, because sometimes AIS will not show what it is, like it'll disappear, the information about it. So we ended up radioing them and telling them where we were and that we don't have AIS and that we can't see them because they don't have any navigation lights on. Luckily they turned some kind of navigation light on, just a white light. So I don't know what's going on, if they don't have any red and green navigation lights or if they were just trying to save power or something, but so silly. Like if they left deliberately not having any navigation lights working for a crossing like this, or just at all, I get it, you don't see that many boats, but if they weren't on our AIS, we wouldn't have seen them. We had to turn 10 degrees to move out of their way. We literally would have most likely collided or been very close to them. I think I moved 10 degrees to starboard, and when they passed our bow, we were a quarter of a nautical mile away. So super close. So if I didn't move, we potentially would have collided with them. Imagine that out in the middle of the ocean, like 3 days into a passage, quite far from land. It would have been disastrous. So I couldn't really hear them on the radio. They were super crackly, but luckily it sounded like they heard us. So, there's the light come on, and that was that really. Definitely going to keep your eyes out even when you're in the middle of the ocean. Just cut open my sourdough, and even though it didn't rise very much, it actually come out pretty good. Look at that. Delicious. So we're going to toast it in our new toaster, which will fit nice big long pieces of bread or 2 slices of normal bread in each, and make a coffee.
Our spinnaker pole's broke and it's just holding on by a bit of Dyneema, but it is doing the trick, I must say. got a mahi on. 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 Please don't come off. Let's pull this pole in. Is he still on? You're gonna have to pull it out a bit. Oh, you can't. Oh, it's just like that, yeah.
Let's get rid of the cushions.
Oh man, please don't come off. Can you hold the line like this? Just think about the car. My first ever mahi. So stoked. Not huge, but hopefully it's going to be nice and tasty.
Oh, you're scared.
So Lulu's done her rounds in the boat this morning. We don't ever normally let her do a round.
Oh.
She's found a fish.
Just throwing it around with her paws. Good morning. I forgot to film our breakfast. We had the most amazing breakfast, which we don't really do much anymore. We used my sourdough that I baked yesterday, and we had an avo that was really ripe, and I cut it open. It was perfect. So we had smashed avo and little bacon bits, and then some chili flakes and lime. It was amazing. I forgot to buy some feta. That would have been really nice on top as well. But yeah, it's a beautiful morning this morning. We've got like about 15 knots behind us. The swell's pretty big, but we're going with it pretty nicely, so pushes us around a little bit. The boat's a bit of a mess from Jason catching the mahi yesterday and just stuff everywhere. So I think we're going to do a little mini clean up this morning and make the boat feel nice and fresh again. It just gets messy really easily because sometimes it's hard with a swell to do things, so you just make it easy on yourself and you put things down in places and don't clean up the dishes all the time kind of thing. We just do the dishes like once a day, so the sink's full of dishes, blankets everywhere, there's cushions off the back because Jason was filleting the fish. The girls made a mess inside. Jason let bloody Nala take the flying fish inside on the floor, so I think I might mop the floor. I baby wiped it, but I don't think it did too much of a great job. So yeah, that's it from us. Really? We haven't seen another boat for a while. We could see a sailboat in the distance a while ago. We've lost it now. But I think Bree and Pat on C3PO, our friends, are not too far away from us. So we seem to be just in front of the Viking rally that we shadowed. Brent and Vic have shooted ahead and they're about 40 nautical miles south of us. So they're making really, really good headway. So yeah, they'll probably get in a day or half a day before us. Lucky things. We've had another shackle starting to come out. This is like what, the fourth shackle? Third shackle on this trip. Like what the hell? We don't have any soft shackles. We've got plenty of other shackles. All the slamming with the swell, the awkward angle that we've been on. Knew that it was going to do something, but at least it's a shackle and it's not like the actual, like this part of the boom. I've not had a shower, but I've baby wiped. Cleaned my teeth, moisturised and sunscreen, got changed. We cleaned the boat, everything feels so much better. Obviously not as clean as we can get it normally. We have to be really careful of water too because we can't make any. We're not making enough power. We're only just making enough power to run the autopilot basically and the electronics, and we're still having to run the engine to top it up, so we're not even making enough. We just don't have enough sun on the solar panels because the sails are blocking it, and we don't really have very long days at the moment. So anyway, so it looks like we might have to either go into the marina for a night or just see if we can go in and pay for some water when we're in Mindelo before we leave on the next passage. And yeah, it's gonna suck because we're gonna have to be really, really careful on that one, especially because it's like 3 weeks. Anyway, our friends on C3PO, C3PO, 4 days later, we're gonna cross paths. They're on a different angle to us, so they're like jibing more, and we're a little bit closer downwind.
They got 2 Genoas out.
Yeah, they got twin Genoas, like both set up on either side, wing on wing, butterflied out. So
they're humming along nicely. They are.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All cleaned up. Much better.
Yeah, and this fish is going to be tasty tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited to cook something different.
Something we've never had.
Pretty clean down there now. Kitty cats are down there sleeping. Aww. Getting closer. And we're losing behind the swell. That gives you an idea of what it's like. See ya. Oh, there they are again. Yeah, only because you've got them for an idea, like when they disappear. C3PO, C3PO. This is sailing vessel Escapade. Do you copy? Escapade, this is C3PO. Let's move to channel 16. Copy that. Escapade, how's it going? Fancy seeing you here. Your sailing is beautiful. Yeah, she's a beauty, hey? Or he. I think it's a he because it's green and blue. Oh, yeah, nice. Well, I love it. It was so nice. And how crazy is it that we can just, like, I don't know, cross paths so close like this? I know, it's wild. After 4 days of not seeing another soul, basically, and then we pretty much have to give way to each other. There's our friends on C3PO. Woohoo! Yo, yo, yo!
What are you cooking there, darling?
I'm gonna make baked mahi-mahi with lemon cream sauce. So it's got like butter, lemon, cream, garlic, shallots, maybe a little splash of white wine.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna make the roasted smashed potatoes. So you boil them first and then smash them down, and then butter and olive oil and salt and pepper, and they go all like crispy where the skin is because you smash it.
Yeah, that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Our current situation right now is we're flying the kite and the head sail. We've got very light winds, 6 to 10 knots, but it's very comfortable right now. Swell's really died down and we're sailing into the sunset.
Alright, got the fish ready to go. Salt and pepper and some shallots. This is the sauce that we pour over before we bake it. So it's actually got mustard in it as well, I forgot to mention. So cream, lemon, garlic, mustard, salt and pepper. This is the potatoes, so I'm just boiling them and then I'll smash them down and put them in the tray with some salt and pepper, garlic, olive oil, and pop that in the oven. way. Oh my god. Oh, no. It's a barracuda. It's like a baby barracuda. Be careful. Here, the glove's here. The glove's there.
Me.
Get it off. Don't let it suffer. Yeah. Bye-bye, baby barracuda.
First ever barracuda.
Looks like an eel.
How good, eh?
Aww. Let him go. Bye. There we go. There she is. Looks pretty damn good.
G'day. Jason here. Day 5. Loopy.
Day 6.
Day 5. Come on. Don't be a now. You've been so nice this whole time. Now you have to be a
Do you have to say that word?
Yes, I do.
Now I gotta bleep it.
Nice. Maybe I need to tighten it slightly.
Alright, here's brekkie this morning.
Oh,
Got
it's delicious.
Vegemite and smashed avo, and then the leftover from what we had yesterday, so some bacon bits and avo, but I was too lazy to cut any lemon or lime up.
Right, you know.
Chili flakes, and coffee and Nesquik. Breakfast of champions, hey?
We're living like kings and queens here. So good.
Perfect day for it.
Current setup, we've got absolutely no wind.
Yeah.
I think we've got about 4 to 6 knots. Our wind instruments are out 4 to 6 knots maybe, and we're actually going alright. We're going between 3.5 to 5 knots, which is good. We've got the big sail up, and it's super calm.
I couldn't wait, sorry.
Yeah. Which one did you go? This one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
This is my homemade sourdough too, by the way. Not too bad.
Good. We're doing about 5 to 6 knots, but if we had a code 0 like you, I reckon we'd be pushing it.
Oh, that's awesome. We're still trying to catch some fish here. We literally have 2 hours down the evening. We're at 8 in the morning. Still nothing, so I don't know what's going on here.
Oh man, such a joke. We managed to catch a barracuda really late last night when I was reeling the rod in.
Are you serious? Did you keep it or did you throw it through it back?
Man, it smelt so bad.
And it looked like an eel.
Even trying to take the hook off it, I was like, ugh.
Oh man, wait, what lure were you using?
I've had your lure out the whole time and it has just been doing wonders.
You're kidding me, because literally we have two of the same lures that we give you guys, and they're both in the water. There's nothing.
Man, how frustrating is it? Sometimes it's just right place, right time, eh?
Making sushi for the first time ever. Fingers crossed it goes well. So I've panko crumbed some of it, and then I'm gonna have that, and Jason can have some of that, and then he's gonna have the rest raw.
Oh, that smells so good. It smells like a 5-star restaurant. That's what it smells like.
Smells like a sushi bar.
Yep, sushi bar. Current conditions, phenomenal. 6.5 knots or 6 to 8 knots of apparent wind on a 90, and we're going about 6 knots. I just really hope it stays like this.
Yeah, I didn't make like a full sauce, but there was leftover fish.
Oh.
Alright, first go making sushi. Not too bad.
You've done an amazing job.
Thanks, darling.
Yeah. What do you rate yourself out of?
Oh, not bad. Like, I probably could have tried harder too, but.
Pretty good passage meal.
Lean forward. Rissoles. We have mince that needs to be used today. Couldn't fit it in the freezer. So I'm not sure if we're going to eat them tonight because we've still got leftover sushi, but I'll cook them up and then that way they'll be fine for another few days. We can have them with gravy, mash and green beans. So beautiful. I've had the best day. Laying in the sun, making sushi. Cannot complain, hey. Takes a few days to get into it, but it's actually quite enjoyable. I've actually really enjoyed it, which surprised me. Because I always dread passages because of the lack of sleep and I guess being a little bit nervous about being kind of in the middle of the ocean, but I'm definitely starting to trust the boat's capabilities and ours. We obviously haven't been in any rough weather since we've been out here, but Jason's really good at picking good weather windows and it's just been really nice. Good chance to be like disconnected from the world as well. We've just been letting patrons and friends and family know we're okay, and that's pretty much it. No scrolling on Instagram. You know, being able to use the internet for everything all the time. We've obviously got the Starlink, which has been amazing. We didn't even set up the Iridium Go for the last two passages because the Starlink's just been so good. But we will set up the Iridium for the big one because it is Starlink you can't really take with you if you have to abandon the boat. So we'll just use it as a safety device, not so much to actually use to text or email or check weather. Yeah, so it's pretty much almost being used like an EPIRB really.
Well, we've motored out of the way technically to try and get some wind, and there's no wind where it says there's wind. Not that it's going to be much. It says a wind strength of 6 knots and then gust of 9 knots.
Oh, it says we've got 4.8 on here.
That's saying the same as what our boat knots is.
Yeah.
Which is not right.
It's like it's doing a parrot, even though it's supposed to be true. Anyway, there's nothing we can really do, is there?
It is what it is. Hello.
It's our arrival day. We should arrive in about 11 hours, just under now. Hopefully we have some wind today, but I doubt we're going to. That looks so small on camera, but it is pretty big. We had to motor all night, last 2 nights, and a little bit of yesterday as well. So you never know, might get a little bit of wind today, fingers crossed. We're gonna have to fill up on fuel again in Cape Verde, which is a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'd still prefer this than to have really rough weather, so we can't complain. And we got to sail the majority of it. I'm gonna make some crumpets this morning with my sourdough discard, which are delicious, very Moorish. And then we've got a bunch of bananas that have all gone ripe at the same time really quickly. And they've actually, we made a bit of a boo-boo. We haven't put our fruit nets up yet, and we put them in our fruit bowl with our other fruit. So pretty much like our kiwi fruits and everything went really soft really quickly as well. Anyway, we're gonna make banana smoothies, and then, I don't know, maybe I'll make banana bread or something later if I feel like it. Crumpets.
Very good. They're like nice and crunchy on the outside and soft and gooey on the inside. Delicious.
Joe's just caught another mahi.
Bloody river! Second mahi of the trip so far.
Well, it's actually the 4th, but it's the
fourth,
second you've kept.
Second keeper.
Yeah.
Good size.
Looks like it's got a bit of my hair on it there.
Yeah, something's going on there, but nice fish. That'll hopefully we can give some to Bree and Pat, because they haven't caught anything this trip unless they catch something very soon.
Land ho! We see land. It's really hard to see. It's just in the distance. I'll zoom in a sec. Not exactly where we're going, but it's the closer islands, so pretty cool. Just there. It's really hard to see on camera. You can see like a shadow of a mountain, and there's some clouds in front of it. Woohoo! Land ho! It was such a cool feeling to see land after spending 6 days at sea. Although we honestly had such an incredible passage, I felt like I could have stayed out there forever. We enjoyed switching off and disconnecting from the world, soaking in the best parts of Mother Nature and eating lots of delicious food. We really started to get comfortable out here, but we were also very keen to arrive and celebrate another milestone with our mates.
Hello, darling.
We're here. Getting set up to raft up to our friends on QI.
We're here and now we party.
Woohoo!
Hey, I'm like rocking up to a town.
You don't know what to expect.
Yeah, this is like what you think Brazil kind of looks like or something.
Yeah, it's so colourful. We plan to spend 5 days in Cape Verde before beginning the last leg of the Atlantic crossing, aka the Big Boy Passage. Join us next week where we check out what Cape Verde has to offer. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you like and comment, and also make sure you hit that subscribe button to be notified when new episodes go live. It's completely free to do so, and it really helps us out. Or if you really love us and have some spare change, consider supporting our creations on Patreon. Patrons receive perks like early access and ad-free episodes and real-time updates. Cheers, guys!